Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Divya Lal, and I want to thank Franchise India for allowing us an opportunity to share what we are focusing on these days and what are some of the key aspects of what we want to discuss today. I'll share my screen, so please allow me. The host can allow me the screen sharing, please. Anyways, one of the key aspects till the time this is figured out that we are focusing now at Fliplearn in a very, very focused way is to transform one aspect of the Indian instructional process that has not changed for decades and decades and centuries, maybe. And while we have seen huge changes happening to every other part of our instructional process, whether it is classrooms, we've seen technology move in, digital classrooms, the pandemic has moved us online into video conferencing modes. We've seen self-study take huge leaps and bounds. There's always been parents supporting children for self-studies or tutors. You've seen breakthrough stuff happening through players like Byju's, Vedantu, who are changing and moving that space at a very rapid pace. I think test assessment has always had extremely a lot of players that have always helped children score better, do better, including a huge focus from the institutions as well in terms of ensuring that all the learning that children have received should also reflect and commensurate into some kind of a grade or a mark flow. However, there is one piece that I believe has not changed and not moved out also, and that is homework. If you look at the Indian education system and Indian household, it is one of the most commonly used words about school beyond school. When a child walks back home, the parents, the first thing they would like to ask or know is, have you got the homework? When are you going to do it? Before a child is allowed to move out, play, and do some of the other stuff, the always question is, have you completed the homework? The moment you walk into the school next day, very likely you're going to be asked, have you submitted the homework? And so on. So homework is one of those aspects which is a very big part of our day-to-day life, but hasn't changed. I mean, it's amazing to see, and it's not a small piece of our life. To give you a sense of how big this is, you have about more than 300,000 private schools in India, and with about let us say 700 students in average in a school, and who may get anything from 3 to 5 homeworks a day as a natural average assignment rate, you're looking at nothing less than 1 billion homework notebooks that India generates in one single day. And it takes nothing less than 2 to 3 hours on part of both the teachers and the students into this assigning of homework, doing the homework, correcting the homework. And that's nothing less than more about 500 million man hours. That's huge. It's a staggering number in just one day. Now, if you multiply that with the number of days this stuff keeps happening, it's a number so big that at times one does not fathom that how life hasn't changed here. You know, we're not in the 90s, 50s, 60s. Even today, when you walk inside schools or homes or so many things, you always see teachers correcting. You always see children writing. And there's not much value to it also, let me tell you, because these homework scores are not really collated on a generic day-to-day basis in creating a learning profile. This is just one of the things that happens. But there's a lot of studies that prove that children who do well in homework consistently are largely likely to have better practice, better assessment scores, and so on. So Fliplearn's entire focus now is to transform the way homework is happening. I mean, it is not fair. We are in 2021. We're not in 1950s, 60s that people are still doing menial jobs. So what we want to do with this homework transformation system, one, we want to save time. I want to free up 2 to 3 hours for teachers and students every day. We want to make it very sleek, very tech generated, very, very easy to do with a lot of varieties, personalized. So we want to save that time. That allows people to play more, take up a hobby, spend more time with family, do whatever you want. The second entire piece is for us to really look at dramatic improvement, because you know what happens when 1 billion learning elements really go through your system daily, the amount of intelligence it can build into what are the key gaps that can really emerge at a national level, what are the trends as far as the subjects, grades, and many of such things are concerned. So we can really generate and start building not only trends that are national, but also bring it down to a personal level and build real personalized profiles for every child. So that when a child moves from one grade to another, it's not just a test score that he moves with or a report card. You actually have a day-to-day performance of how the child went that can help. And obviously, all of this 1 billion data gives you big data that can be mined, monetized in so many ways. So I bring to you Fliplearn Edge that is transforming the homework delivery in India today. And we're trusted with more than 400 schools that are working with us, with 400,000 students and with more than 18,000 teachers. And what does this system do? This system basically allows you to assign homework in a click, to basically ensure that teachers don't have to think every day, can actually submit it within a click. You could also get a quick automated homework correction to 80 to 90% of the homework that's given. You can create your own questions or use an expert question bank that's available. You get analytics, question wise, detailed analytics on how the child and the class and the chapter and across the thing, maybe a teacher, you could really work through a different set of analytics. We provide a world-class curated content repository that can help the child at the time of doing the homework, and also to the teacher to create homeworks of different types. And very, very importantly, when you check homework, you know, we always say when it comes to assignments and senior grades, you start looking at plagiarism as one of the big things. But system and technologies can help you start checking that at a very, very early piece. And adaptive homework, because you can eventually, honestly, with the least amount of effort, really address different types of children's learning styles, multiple intelligences, or in whichever way you would like to approach them through real personalization basis their profile. So what's happening today? Well, today mostly homework is written on a board when the schools are open, or WhatsApped or sent through some system. We can assign it to the class in one click. Teachers spend time, they figure out, okay, this is what it is. We have preset customizable homeworks that are available. You have to end up correcting each notebook, and this hasn't changed even during the pandemic. Most of the teachers are still downloading whatever the children has written, correcting it, marking their comments, re-uploading it and all. You can have an automated correction. You can get a plagiarism check. Homework assistance is definitely by parents or tuition. Here you can provide homework assistance at the time to the child who's attempting it. Same homework for all students. The system can allow you to move up and actually start building adaptive homework as per the learning needs and requirements of your class profile. It's generally a drudgery, you know, there's not much value, but everybody just keeps doing it. We can make it extremely tech savvy, efficient, build gaming, build point systems, and make it a key aspect of something that people look up to homework. And as of now, teachers have to work extremely hard when they start an academic year, or when child comes, to identify what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, how is this class profile going. But if you start using a transformation system like this, you can get a true learning profile of one child and of a group of children as per your requirement. And currently, obviously, there are no analytics built at it, but homework, you can do detailed reports with this transformation system that comes your way. Well, currently, our idea is to take it to every school. We've started in a very short time, reached out to 400 schools. It's a very low entry cost at just about $5 a day, or maybe a 1,30,000 in a year for an Indian school. And for the homework assistance, it's nothing but $2 a month per child, which can basically fit into the budget of every household in this country. And that is the big piece that we are looking at. I think what has COVID taught us is, one, India's educators' spirit, and a big salute to that, who said in one voice that irrespective of constraints, India will learn. no matter whether school's open or not. That's also shown us the amount of children that have gone online, have reached out for resources, have really reached out to look at, you know, taking blended learning and ensuring that some parts of it can get blended as and when, even when schools open. You can continue to look at a really sustainable change in the space of homework. And we have a very amazing committed team that works with us, who's had more than, on an average, about 120 years amongst them of experience that they bring in understanding classrooms, in understanding parts of the instructional process, and enabling those with very, very active solutions. We've been very well recognized, and we are very thankful for that, for people seeing the kind of efforts we are making. But truly, we believe that it is time to change something that has not changed for hundreds of years. And it is time that we redefine the space of homework forever. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.